I am struggling between two warring impulses. First is to give the old hi-hat to all the hype over whatever the latest hot gadget is on whichever day it is. You know, the Apple iPad comes out tomorrow and all the lovers of shiny objects that do cool stuff are totally excited, and the iPad's going to change the way we all experience books and the internet and TV and videos and blah, blah, blah. The other impulse is, oh my God, you guys, the Apple iPad comes out tomorrow. I would like to get my hands on one, please, and press the button and touch the screen and play with all those cool things. It's totally going to change the way we all experience books and the internet and TV and videos. And I am having both of these experiences at once inside my head right now. One of them is about to win. Even though the iPad comes out tomorrow, Apple sent samples of it to a few reviewers in advance, and today they are the ones that both gadget lovers and Apple haters want to hear from. One of those influencers is our friend Jenny Jardin, co-editor of BoingBoing.net. If you have any question about whether she is a lover or a hater, can I tell you how her review of the iPad starts? She says, "It strikes you when you first touch an iPad. The form just feels good. Not too lightweight or heavy, not too thin or thick. It's sensual, it's tactile. Flick the switch and the novelty hits. Just as the iPhone, Palm Pre, and Android phones scratched an itch we didn't know we had, the iPad hits a completely new pleasure spot." Eek. Joining us now is Jenny Jardin, along with her new love object. Jenny, thank you so much for joining us. This is very cool.
Hi, Rachel.
Since you wrote the review...
Happy iPad's Eve.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, since you wrote your review, do you still really dig it? Are you still in love with it?
You know, gadget reviewers, we pride ourselves on how crusty and skeptical and jaded we can be when a new product rolls out, but it's really hard to maintain that with a product that is as graceful and well-designed as this one is. You know, it's hard to describe exactly what's so different about it. Maybe the best way to do that is just to show you. One of my favorite apps is the periodic table of elements. This is a lot more exciting than anything I remember on paper, right? Zoom in to an element, and then here we are.
Whoa.
And you can sort of move things around, right? These guys also sell 3D glasses, so you can look at these items in 3D. This makes information come alive in a new way. And one of the things that, you know, technology developers always say is when the operating system gets out of the way, when the experience of a computing device is so seamless that you're not aware of the operating system, all you're aware of is the information or the experience or the enrichment that you're after, that's when you know you have really sweet design. And that's what this is.
Well, looking at the online reaction today, there seems to sort of be two broad camps. And again, most of the people talking about this online haven't actually been able to handle one the way that you have. But it seems like there are people who are saying that this isn't enough computer to justify the hype. And there are people who are sort of more gadget people than they are computer people who are saying that this is actually sort of the ultimate gadget. Is there a meaningful distinction between gadget and computer anymore? Is that even an important way to think about it?
This is not a laptop. It's not a phone. This occupies a new niche, and anyone who tells you that they know exactly how this is going to change things or exactly how people are going to use that is lying, because we don't know. They're not out there yet. They're not out in the wild, and we don't know how people will adopt them. But I can tell you that having fooled around with this for a week and a half, this occupied a space for me that involved sort of consuming and experiencing media and sort of light sharing of media with friends, with family, looking at blogs, reading books on iBooks or the Marvel Comics app, which is really nice, and then chatting about that on Twitter or Facebook. This isn't a heavy-duty media production device. I don't know that I would write a newspaper column or bang out a whole bunch of boing boing posts in text on this. Maybe I would with the help of a keyboard that's available separately. But as something that you might lounge around on your couch with, and then watch a video and watch some television, play some games with friends or family, and kind of move around seamlessly between those experiences that used to that used to reside on separate devices. That's what's amazing to me. This sort of blurs the division between games and books, between websites, between search applications. All of those things can merge in new and interesting ways that only the app developers know. And those apps are going to go live starting tomorrow. I think 1,000 or so are ready for iPad upon launch, but there's going to be a total gold rush of application development, and I'm really excited about what that's going to mean.
Can I ask you about the, I don't know if it's the astronomy app or the star app? This is one of these ones that you're very excited about.
Yeah, so just as we were waiting to go live here with you, apparently the new edition of Star Walk for iPad went live. And I'm still just getting used to it. But the idea here, this is sort of like a living telescope that is aware of where you are in space. So there's an accelerometer inside, and this is location aware. So here I am looking in the sky, and this isn't just, recorded information or like a film that's playing back. I'm looking in this direction, and there is Ursa Minor. There's Hercules. There's the Aurora Borealis, right? My grandfather was an astronomer. I wish that he were alive to see this kind of magic. Yes, this app is available on iPhone, and yes, applications like this will be on devices that follow. But this is what we have right now. This is the best hint at what the future holds in terms of computers, where you don't have to have an engineering degree to understand them. You don't have to drag things around with mouses and folders and learn shortcuts and think about the process of computing. This will be something that opens up a whole new world for children, for older people, and for everybody in between, where you can just get at that experience and the computing kind of gets out of the way. And I'm also really interested in what will happen with all the competitors to Apple that will follow. There's a lot of buzz about some companies that are readying other devices that are similar to iPad. Competition is going to be good, and competition will open up new forms of magic. That's what technology is when it's at its best.
I am having the competition in my head right now with being like, I don't want to hype it, but I'm so hyped about it, I can barely control myself. That is so cool.
Get your hands on it, and maybe you'll discover something I don't know.
I will. I'll mug somebody sometime soon and take theirs. I will. I know it'll happen. Jenny Jardin is the co-editor of one of the reasons the web exists, which is boingboing.net. Jenny, it is always such a pleasure to have you here.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, Rachel. Thank you.